food exploration. My favorite pastime, honestly. Today my new discovery is this small family-run restaurant that transforms this into this.
Let's try this thing.
This is my last day in the West Sumatran town of Bukittinggi, and I really want to spend it eating more of this quirky and vibrant cuisine. It's breakfast time, and my research for the top local breakfast spot brought me here. The menu? Fritters of all sizes and shapes, eccentric noodle dishes, but I'm here for this bad boy, the so-called champion porridge. This dish originated in the town of Bukittinggi, and the story is that in 1960 the village held a porridge competition, and one of the grandmas there arrived late after closing her porridge shop, so she improvised a mixed porridge with all the leftover ingredients that she had not sold by the end of the day. And when the judges asked her what's the name of the porridge, she said Bubur Kampiun, which actually means champion porridge. I don't know if she won the competition, but this porridge certainly looks quite eye-catching, and I don't know what half of the ingredients are. I think these are maybe sweet potatoes.
Are you sure this is potatoes? These potato balls are very gooey, they're bouncy and kind of sticky.
Sticky rice, black beans porridge, banana and coconut compote, and lupis.
Wanna break some of this lupis, which is essentially like a sticky rice kind of cake covered in palm sugar, and we will mix it a little bit with this black sticky rice pudding. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open this beautiful coconut cake and I'm gonna break it down into my porridge and try to mix it all together.
It's definitely an ultra sugary breakfast, probably a bit too much for me, and thanks God I've got my cappuccino with no sugar.
Another thing that I brought from the counter is pandan pancake, and I think inside you find coconut and palm sugar.
Right? Time to get some blood tests. Roughly 11 AM in the town of Bukittinggi, and I am beating the crowd for this very popular family-run restaurant.
Extremely famous place which is called Gulai, Itiak, Lado, Mudo and Ngarai.
The restaurant is beautifully located in the Sianok Valley, just under a huge cliff.
The specialty of this place is the green chili duck, the famous Bukittinggi green chili duck.
I can have some duck for brunch. I wouldn't really call this a lunch. This is more tapas sides for me.
And it's absolutely like covered in green chili. Looks a little bit scary to me. A bit oily as well. And it's actually a hefty portion. It's a big duck. I think it's a like leg. Yeah, it's very meaty. You can see how packed with meat is this thing. The skin is on, which is something that I absolutely love. And I've put some of the rice into my plate, as well as this kind of fritter, which is a mix of deep fried potato and eggs.
Splaying a duck leg, what a mesmerizing thing.
Oh my god, look how much meat is in this thing. This looks so good, like so juicy, packed with green chili, oily, looks moist. That's how meat is supposed to look like, if you ask me. A little bit of rice, otherwise it would be really spicy. But this duck is out of this world. Super spicy, obviously, because of the chili. Oh my god, you can see I'm starting to have hiccups already. The meat is super tender, just dissolves in your mouth. It's not like hard or anything. The chili oil in there is fantastic. It's salty, a little bit stringy. The skin on just makes a difference. Give you like this extra kind of fatty, chewy kind of element into this meaty duck. I've got this kind of fritters, which I've not tried yet.
Kind of reminds me my nonna's frittelle.
Okay, I think there's just me and this piece of duck, which is now difficult to kind of pinch with your hand and put into the rice, so I'm just gonna fight this with my hand and my mouth. So we're gonna give it a little bit of a dip again.
Honestly, there are few things in the world that are more satisfying than cleaning some duck bones full of green chili oil.
Look at this beautiful drumstick. So another beautiful dessert that you can have in the streets of Indonesia, in particular in Sumatra, is called Pisang Panggang. Slices of banana grilled over a gabin cracker and a river of coconut milk. Type of dessert to have pretty much any time of the day, although it tends to be more like it during breakfast. So everything is soaked into the coconut milk, and obviously it's gonna be pretty easy to just use a spoon to get a little bit of the banana and a little bit of these gabin crackers, which is now it's pretty soft. Wow, extremely soft. The banana is super sweet, and actually with the coconut milk that makes for a very sweet bite actually. Very light snack. There's pretty much nothing being added here, it's just pure coconut milk and pure banana. There's no contrast of texture here. Slightly warm because as I said, the banana's been grilled.
I didn't want to leave the town of Bukittinggi without paying a visit to one of the most famous and beloved Padang restaurants, Family Benteng, which has got this great vantage point over the hills overlooking the town. We choose to sit outside and not even the time to put our bags down, they already know the drill. You know that thing when you sit down, you pick up a menu and you get paralyzed in the choice dilemma? Well, Padang restaurants solve the issues by bringing all their dishes at the table and you just have to pick what you wanna eat. Now you've got a different problem. Everything looks so damn delicious.
And I'm so excited to start this Padang feast.
So I've got 3 different chicken in this table. There is the
Ayam pop.
the signature chicken, lightly fried in a coconut oil, the ayam cremes, fried and beautifully coated in grated coconut, and the ayam gulai, a more common spicy and coconutty curry version, which I target first.
I'm still learning how to actually properly pick up the rice, so what I will do, I'll just eat a European style.
Oh yeah, Padang style chicken curry never gets boring to me.
I think it's time for the famous ayam pop, and we have been served like a full dish of this white looking chicken, lightly fried chicken in coconut water. This is again the specialty of this restaurant.
Hold on a second, this isn't what I expected.
I don't actually taste a lot of coconut flavor in the classic sense. I think it's garlicky, it's a bit lemony, a little bit acidic and citrusy kind of taste. It's very light.
Okay, I'm slightly disappointed, but if I tune in my brain into lemon chicken frequencies, this is actually pretty good.
I think I've just realized that the ayam pop is supposed to be eaten with some form of spicy sambal. There are pieces of tomato in there and also stink beans, quite thick. Let's have a try. Wow, that's really spicy. I don't think I was supposed to take that much sauce with a single piece of chicken, but it's really spicy. And actually, I don't think it's tomato based, it's actually pepper based. Now it's true that everyone comes here for the ayam pop, but actually people seem to also get impressed by their ayam cremes, which is deep fried chicken. I think it's covered in coconut, shredded coconut.
This looks beautiful. The yellow turmeric tinge of the meat, the faintly sweet taste and the crunch of fried grated coconut. Oh. Okay, let's get a bit more weird now. Cow bowel filled with tofu. Normally it's one of my favorite dish, but something was off with this one. Next up, 2 different types of homemade meat jerky. We got dried lamb, nice and smoky. Haha, you got that? Smoky lamb. And oh yeah, this is a famous one. Dendeng, dried beef in chili oil.
Get some of this chili oil and actually position the chili on the top again. There was a pickle chili. The chili wasn't actually very spicy, more like a pickle. Yeah, amazing. This piece of crispy beef is very particular. This beef is so firm that you can actually use it to scoop some of the sambal and actually the rice as well. The next thing we're going for is the gado-gado, which is essentially flat yellow noodle in peanut sauce, in a thick peanut sauce, some mixed vegetables including tofu, ketupat, which is the rice cakes, some crisps, pink crisps. We'll try this for the first time. I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to taste. Pretty sweet. If it wasn't among this kind of dishes, I would have said this is a dessert. It's a very soft dish. Everything in this dish is soft. The tofu, the vegetables, the noodles, and everything is all together by the thick peanut sauce. Nice.
The number one reason for sitting down in any Padang restaurant has to be the mythical beef rendang. A dry coconut curry which cooking process requires an entire day and dozens of spices. It's certainly not the most tender piece of beef I've ever had, but let's judge it on the depth of the curry sauce.
I'll get some of the rice as well, and it's a good beefy bite of rice and rendang. With rendang, what do you do to me?
This may have been one of the best rendang I've ever had. Yes, the meat is a bit tough, but the richness and the flavors of this curry have penetrated the beef.
I think this is everything from the town of Bukittinggi. We'll see you in the next food adventure.